Alright everyone, it's still Sunday night, 5th of November. I've decided to have a bash at installing this little component here. It's got A1 printed on the surface, the uppermost surface. Bear with me folks, because it is late and I am tired, so earlier in the week, when I was cleaning this area, I decided to tin or put a little bit of solder on the pads. Now at that time I was assuming that this component only had two connectors like these do. So I only tinned two of the pads here, and I omitted to tin this one. Now as it turns out, there's three connections on it, so it's going to require this pad to have a good connection. So I'm going to put a little amount of solder on there, I think. Just a little bit. I'm hoping it will help it, at least. So, just a little bit of flux to help the solder flow. I got this solder home last week, but it's proving to be just a little bit on the heavy side. The normal solder I use is this great big drum here from Draper, but it's obviously way too heavy a gauge, so I ordered this up hoping it would be sufficient, but it's not. So before it arrived, however, I did notice this drum, and it was quite cheap, so I decided to get it. And you can see here that the gauge is a much finer gauge, and it's proving to be useful in applying the correct amount of solder, or at least making it more difficult to apply too much solder. In this instance I'm not applying any solder at all. Yeah. Okay. I do need more room to do this efficiently. Sod's law, isn't it? After just saying it was it helps in not applying too much solder. I go and apply too much solder. Right, okay, so that is now we'll call that tinned, and I now need to clean it, apply more flux, and then attempt to refit or resolder that little component that you see down here back in place. And maybe overdoing the cleaning, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't require to be cleaned this often. Maybe I just like the smell of the alcohol, eh? Right, so I just need to allow that to evaporate a little bit. Maybe help it on its way. Oh, that's dirty, that one. Leave that one maybe. One thing I'll need to do, however, is to clean that component. I don't think I've cleaned it yet. As you can see, it is exceedingly small. Hopefully, well, that's actually swimming in alcohol there, but hopefully that will take any grease or contamination off it. But of course, in doing so, you invariably add strands of cotton from the cotton buds. Meanwhile, the alcohol on the PCB down here has evaporated, and looking underneath the microscope, not the microscope, the magnifying glass, I can see the individual strands of cotton on the piece. And remove them. Okay, that's as clean as that is going to get. Next, apply yet more flux to the area. And I'm going to apply a little flux to the component too. And now I'm going to place the component into position. Which is easier said than done. Okay, that's getting close. I think what I need to do here is to use a second pair to try and okay. That's looking quite good there actually, like that. So the shield is still in place. We're 14 minutes in. Time to try again. That doesn't look very pretty, does it? Right. I've got it positioned a little bit better, but I'm not very pleased with the look of the solder. It seems to be a little bit sort of, I don't know what the term would be to describe it. A little bit rough. It's not smooth like I would expect to see. Too much solder, I'm thinking, folks. And when it is as fine as this, it's very difficult to remove. But I've only got a minute and a half left, but that appears to have done it. All three connectors are soldered heavily into place. Only problem is I don't know what temperature this little component can withstand. So the soldering and the hot air gun, has that burnt it out? I don't know, time will tell. But yeah, that's that component back in place, at least for now. So another 20 minutes, folks, on a little item like that. It takes time, what can I say? These guys that do it 60 components a minute or every 2 minutes, they make it look so easy. It's not. So until next time, be safe, be happy and stay well. Bye for now.